Welcome back, focused learners. Okay, so today we're diving into something I know a lot of us struggle with, getting the day started right. In this explainer, we're breaking down the exact morning routine of productivity expert Ali Abdaal. We're going to take his personal habits and transform them into an actionable blueprint that you can use to design a much more intentional day. Seriously, if you've ever felt like your mornings just completely slip away from you before you've even had a chance to think, well, this breakdown is going to be incredibly valuable for you.
So let's get right into it. What actually makes a perfectly productive morning? I mean, is it waking up pitch dark before the sun? Is it some grueling, intense workout? Or is it something else entirely? Well, our goal here is to help you transition from those chaotic, rushing out the door, hair on fire mornings into a focused, step-by-step masterclass. Let's see how it's done.
All right, part one, starting the night before, setting up for success. And yeah, you heard that right, because the surprising truth about a truly productive morning is that it actually kicks off the night before. Let's look at his exact night before checklist. Getting into bed by 11 p.m. is, a pretty solid foundation. But the second point, that's where things get a bit quirky, applying mouth tape. It sounds wild, I know, but this is a health-focused habit designed to force nose breathing during sleep, which is touted as being significantly healthier for you. And he actually pairs this with reading on a Kindle using a warm backlight until he falls asleep. It effectively winds down the brain without that harsh, glaring blue light you'd get from a smartphone or a TV. Moving on to part two, mind, body, and grooming, the 7:30 a.m. wake up. So after a good night's sleep, his day officially begins, and here's a great little trick. By keeping his phone alarm literally all the way across the room, he physically has to get out of bed to turn it off. It completely eliminates the urge to hit snooze. Now, once he's actually out of bed and the alarm is silenced, the very first action is absolutely not checking emails. Scratch that. Instead, he sits right back down on the edge of the bed and opens Sam Harris's Waking Up app for a non-duality meditation practice. It's just a really quick, grounding moment to find a little bit of zen and honestly just slow down before the day accelerates. It's a deliberate reminder to appreciate life in the present moment right out of the gate. Right after meditating, he grabs his phone and heads to the bathroom. And, this brilliantly illustrates how we can actually inject meaning into totally normal, mundane moments. Because while on the toilet, instead of just doom-scrolling social media, he often reads. Recently, he's been exploring David Brooks's concept of the second mountain. The idea here is really profound. The first mountain represents our youthful chase for personal success and freedom. But the second mountain, where true joy supposedly lives, is found in committing ourselves to others, to a cause, or to our community. He's absorbing this super deep philosophy all while, just doing his morning business. Okay, next up is his highly optimized 3-step productive shower routine. Step 1, prep the toothbrush and paste and bring them right into the shower. Step 2, hop in, mindfully enjoy the hot water, and apply a daily hair conditioner. And since conditioner needs to sit for about 2 minutes, he uses that exact window to brush his teeth. But look at step 3. He actually swallows the toothpaste to save time and hassle, washes off the conditioner, and applies his CeraVe cleanser and body wash. Now, I know, it's slightly chaotic to swallow your toothpaste, but hey, it definitely shows a ruthless dedication to a smooth, efficient system. So once out of the shower, he tackles grooming and supplements. It's a quick succession of tasks, putting on his daily uniform of chinos and a t-shirt, drying his hair with the highest hair dryer, and applying Altruist SPF 50 sunscreen. Gotta take care of that crucial skin protection, right? Then he takes his daily pills, finasteride for hair loss prevention, and Heights brain care supplements. He uses this specific supplement because research actually shows 99% of people in the Western world don't get the vitamins they need just from their diet. So this evidence-based pill covers his brain and body before he even leaves the bedroom. All right, part 3, the perfect coffee ritual, the James Hoffmann method. Let's see how this method builds a real moment of calm into the morning. He uses a technique he picked up from world coffee expert James Hoffmann. Step 1, grind exactly 18 grams of freshly roasted coffee beans. Step 2, add those grounds into a clever dripper along with 300 milliliters of boiling filter water. Step 3, let it brew for exactly 3 minutes. And what is he doing during those 3 minutes? He's not stressing out. He reads email newsletters like Morning Brew, just catching up on what his internet friends have put out in the last 24 hours. It's a perfectly structured pause. Which leads us to part 4, journaling and planning, setting the day's intentions. Coffee in hand, he moves over to the dining room table, and this is where the true productivity magic happens. The very first thing he does, sitting at that table, is morning pages. This is a journaling method where you write out 3 pages of stream of consciousness thoughts, completely by hand. It's not about writing the next great American novel or anything. It's just a tool to mindfully explore what is actually swirling around in your brain. It allows you to process your feelings and effectively clear out your mental workspace for the day ahead.
So, with a clear mind, the absolutely crucial point is what comes next. He consults his calendar and determines his daily highlight. This is literally the absolute core of his entire productivity system. The daily highlight is the single most important task you need to complete today to make meaningful progress on your major projects. For example, during his morning routine, his highlight is often tweaking and editing a specific book chapter. He locks this in before his 30-minute commute to the studio or local coffee shop. The mindset is, if nothing else goes right in the day, as long as he hits this one highlight, the day is a total win.
Okay, moving to part 5, rules for your own routine, building an adoptable morning. Let's talk about how you can actually apply this. Rule number 1, keep it simple. Seriously, a massive mistake people make when building a routine is trying to construct this highly elaborate 10-step process from scratch on day 1. It just leads to burnout. You have to start incredibly simply. Maybe your routine is literally just waking up, taking a shower, and making coffee. And that's it. Once that's cemented, you slowly layer on new habits one at a time. So maybe adding in a brief meditation, then, a month later, adding in some journaling. Habit stacking absolutely must be done slowly.
Rule number 2 is all about controlling your inputs. Think about it. On one side, you have checking notifications first thing in the morning. When you open Slack, WhatsApp, or emails, you are instantly bombarding your brain with other people's requests. It creates this constant low-level anxiety that just kind of shadows you all day. Contrast that with reading or meditating. These activities foster sanity and intentionality, right? They give you interesting thoughts to ponder, rather than demanding immediate output from you. Protecting your morning attention is absolutely vital. And finally, rule number 3 is about the cumulative power of focus, which really comes down to one number, 365. Remember that daily highlight concept we talked about? If you just do your daily highlight every single morning for 365 days, it is a completely game-changing productivity hack. And the beauty of this is, you don't even have to be perfect. Even if you only manage to hit your one daily highlight, maybe 50% or 80% of the time, the compounding progress over a year will make you vastly more productive than you ever would be otherwise. Focus on that one thing.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this final, kind of provocative question. What is your daily highlight today? I challenge you right now, before you open another tab or start another task, to define the single most important thing you need to get done today. Apply this takeaway immediately and just see how it shapes your focus. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive into designing an intentional morning, and keep learning.